Crafty friends, it's Hiedi Scott with DIY I hope that you are having a wonderful day. On this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can use either paper lunch sacks, it could be those big paper grocery bags turned inside out, or it could even be some of this brown craft paper that you use for sending boxes. And I'm going to show you how you can create a really cute banner that's very different, and it's going to be for fall. Okay, so it's super fun. I'm super excited. I want to tell you how this idea came about. Hi Darla, hey Terry, hi Pamela, hey Teresa. As you're hopping on, say hi. I'd love to know if you're watching. Let me know if you have any questions along the way. Feel free to sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. You know, all that normal stuff. Hey Jenny, hi Donna, hey Sharon. Okay, so this idea started with the concept of gingerbread and little gingerbread houses and gingerbread men, because now I didn't have any good paper bags on hand. I could have sworn I had a whole package of them, but nope, I could not find them. And the day got away from me and I didn't get out to go purchase any. So I opted to use this. But either way, this is just the brown craft paper. It's really the color of gingerbread. So I was thinking about gingerbread men, gingerbread houses. This is just my first pass, fiddling around. But I wanted something to be fall-ish, okay? So I want to show you everything start to finish, and behind me is the beginning of the banner that we're going to make. Each one of these pieces could be a dough bowl filler. You could make this gigantic, you could make it small. I just want you to get the idea of something that is this color with white. Okay. So I started with this, and it's not great. I was just fiddling around, but it's not quite time for gingerbread or gingerbread houses just yet. Although I do love the color combination. Gingerbread men are your favorite, Karen. Yeah, I like them too. Okay, so what I did is I got some of my brown craft paper out, and you know, when you unroll it, it wants to roll right back up again. So I just got my handy dandy little iron out and ironed a couple big pieces of it. So it was more manageable to work with. All right. And then I took these stencils from magnoliadiy.com. I'm so sorry. Mine look terrible because I love them. And I have used them a lot for a lot of different things. So this is called Fall Fantasy. And if you want a link, I'll get you one. But basically, they're different kinds of leaves that have almost a Mandela lace pattern inside of them. Super cute, okay? And most of these I've used quite a bit, but I'm still gonna fuzz it, because when you're working on paper, stencils, these green stencils are very sticky, and they can have a tendency to sort of want to pull up your paper. Okay, so you can fuzz on, you know, a t-shirt, a pair of jeans, a pair of khakis, the actual fuzzing cloth that you can get from Magnolia DIY, you know, whatever. And what I did is I just laid my stencil down right here. And I'm just using plain white because I love this look, chalk paste from Magnolia. And this is a brand new jar, which is so fun. It feels so good to get into a brand new jar. Okay, so I'm just going to take a little blob. I'm going to show you what I did. You can see how quick this comes together. I mean, I'm going to do this. I'm going to take this concept and use it at Christmas or for holiday stuff too, for sure. Okay, so there is our little leaf, and I'm just going to pull my stencil off. And I'll show you this in just a second. Let me throw my stencil in my little tub of water over here. Okay, so that is what you get. Look how pretty that design is. All right, I wanted my banner to have some dimension, so I opted to stuff the leaves. I'm going to show you how to do that, and then I'm going to show you how we made the bigger banner pieces, which I think are what are so awesome. Okay, so I would let this dry, and then I would cut. This is one that I did earlier. Is it the same one? Nope, it's a different design. Okay, and I just folded a piece of paper so I could cut out a front and back, easy. And then I'm going to show you how we stuff them, and I'm going to show you how you can hang them. And I think this idea is really pretty cool. I mean, I'm thinking there's so many different things that you could do with a white and this brownish color for every season of the year, really. So I'm cutting out the front and the back at the same time. And here are the two pieces. What do you guys think so far? When I bring this banner over, you're gonna just say, wow. And I hope that it'll start you thinking about all the many, many different things that you can do with this idea. Okay, so we're gonna use my handy dandy low temperature hot glue gun from Surebonder. You can get this at Walmart, you can get Hobby Lobby, you can get it at any craft store. Usually they're under $10. It's a cord, it's corded, and it's a mini. So I'm gonna just realign my little leaves and front and back, and then I'm basically, okay, ignore my cruddy cake board that I'm working on here. I'm going to go around the top of this very loosely and then push the two pieces together. And then I'll do one side and I'll leave one side open. You know me and stuffing things. That's like my favorite. It seriously is. Hey, Julie. Hi, Deborah, you just jumped on. We're making a really cool banner, but I want you to take this idea and run with it. Using either paper lunch bags, the inside of big paper grocery bags, or brown craft paper, like what you would use to, you know, put on a package that you were going to send in the mail. And then we're using some white chalk paste and some stencils and a little bit of polyfill, just a little bit. Just to give it a little teeny bit of a poof. Go in there. And one other thing you can do is you can really take your paper bags and crumble them up really good, really good. And if you do that before you stencil, it almost can look like leather. It's really cool. Okay, so I have a little bit of polyfill in here, and I am just going to glue this puppy shut. Right, and one thing I did, because I knew I'd be handling these a lot, is I went outside and I used some clear matte sealer on top of the areas that I had stenciled, just because it's chalk paste and I didn't want it to get smudgy. If you're not going to handle it a lot, you probably don't need to do that. Okay, so here is a leaf, and these are just clothespins. I think they came from Walmart most likely, and you can get them in different sizes, which this is all I have on hand right now, but it would be cute to use a smaller size. And so I'm gonna go ahead and hang it up right here. And I have another one that's all finished, ready to go, and I'm gonna hang it up right here. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how to make these pieces. Let's bring this over closer. And because it's brown and white, you know, it gives you some like interest, but it's not going to compete with the other colors that you might have. What do you guys think? Isn't it pretty? Okay, let's hang it back up. Okay, so then to do the other parts of it, basically what I did is I just took a big piece and this stencil right here, which is so awesome. This is called Fall Leaves, all over pattern. It looks terrible because I love it and I've used it a ton. And I just laid it on a piece of my craft paper because I didn't have any good paper bags. Used some white chalk paste, applied it, let it dry, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. Let me get these out of the way. Okay, so what it looks like when you are done. This is pretty just by itself. Look how pretty that is. I mean, I love this stencil. If you want a link to anything that I'm using today, just say link in the comments. Okay, so because I wanted to make a bunch of different pieces of this, these are just those little banner sheets, I made a pattern. And this is not a pattern, but I will measure it because I know someone will ask. It's a piece of computer paper that I folded in half and cut like one of those banner pieces. Okay, so let's see, where's my ruler? It is at the very longest, it's 5 inches long at the little points. It's 4 1/4 wide, and this little short point is not quite 4 inches. So, okay, so I made my little pattern and then I just cut this piece right here in half. And you can get 3 little banner pieces out of each one of these. So you can get 6 banner pieces out of this, which I think is great. Okay, so I'm folding my little piece and I'm kind of looking to see where do I want to lay this on here. I'm not going to use a pin like I normally do because this is not jumping out of my hands or anything. And I'm going to cut the center one first. So here's one. Isn't that so pretty? Oh my gosh, I just absolutely love it. Okay, and then what you're gonna have is you're gonna have 2 more pieces that I'm just gonna fold in half because I like to have that fold. It just makes it easier to cut something that's gonna be symmetrical. And see, you're still gonna have a little bit of room. So where do I want it to be? Let's look for just a second. Let's say right there. So you could take this idea seriously and do so many different things. And you know, for sure, this year when it gets close to Christmas, we'll be doing some gingerbready houses and different kinds of things. Okay, so let me do the last piece. And then I want to tell you one thing. Okay, let's see. Where do I like this? There are a ton of things that you can do on brown craft paper with the white chalk paste or the white ink marker. And for this application that's just going to go on a banner, I think that you could really use either one. Okay, so here's the 3 pieces that we just made. Aren't they pretty? And just so simple and different. Gorgeous paper, thank you. It's, you know, it costs nothing to get a roll of this brown craft paper. It also costs hardly anything. Go to your Dollar Tree and get some paper bags, paper lunch sacks. Those work great too. I just didn't happen to have any on hand and I didn't get a chance to get out. Okay, so the other thing I just want to tell you real quick, or show you real quick, is how, this is a piece of paper that I got out. Let's see, I need a paper plate. Oops. I'm having one of those days where I have too much going on and I'm dropping everything. Okay, so I really think for this application, because it's not going to get handled a lot, you could use either the chalk paste pen, just priming it. I've done something not good to mine so that the tip is a little bit crooked, or the ink. Okay, so let's just fiddle. I'm going to show you what I have in mind. So you could do whatever kind of gingerbread house, or imagine trees, Christmas trees, stylized Christmas trees. Here's the roof of our gingerbread house, which is very crooked, but you know, I'm just giving you some ideas before we move on to put this whole banner together. You guys can see how super easy doing the roof is. And then you could do a round, like a doorway that has a little round thing at the top. Any kind of little windows that you want. I am a dot, dot, dot lover, so I'm going to just do some little dots around my door frame. And then this could be, I'm not going to keep going, but you get the idea. This could be all different sizes and shapes, and you could create a banner with little stuffed gingerbread houses, just like we're doing here with the leaves. What do you guys think? Isn't that cute? If I haven't already persuaded you that you need to get this set of pens, because I use it like almost every day, I hope today is the day that persuades you, because they're fabulous. Okay, so I still have this whole piece that I haven't even touched, and one thing you could do is do pumpkins. We could do not Christmas trees, because these are fall. This is a fall leaf design, but we could do different kinds of leaves. Anything that would be fallish, we could cut it out and stuff. So let me hang these up, and then I'll take down our little banner and come close again and show you what it's going to look like. You can use whatever size paper clips you like, Or even if you wanted, you could hot glue your pieces onto whatever cording you're using. This cord right here is some Dollar Tree rope. And it was the perfect color, so I just grabbed it. So I want to hold this close so you guys can see how really pretty it is. And this would be fabulous in my family room. In fact, it might have to go into my family room so I can take pictures. I think it will. I'll put it on the mantle and get some pictures. And then I'll probably give it away. Could you use white paper with green leaves? Yes, absolutely. And Magnolia is always coming out with new stencil designs, new all over patterns especially. And so you could do something like that. They also have this stencil, which I'm not 100% certain if it's been retired or if it's something that they're gonna bring back for Christmas, but it's a big gingerbread house and it has windows and everything that you can add to it. So that would be super fun to do with this idea. I just wanted to do something completely different from what we've done in the last, few craft projects. And I think that we achieved it. This is, which way do I need to go? This is pretty different, I think. Yeah, it's really cute. And the stencils, okay, these things, these are reusable. Many times. I've used this one so much. It's looking really ragged, but I'm gonna keep using it. I've used it on fabric. I used it on this tray with a bunch of different colors of chalk paste. Green, orange, yellow, red, kind of a brownish color, I think. I used it on making some little doodads for these little stuffed pumpkins, these little leaf thingies. Yeah, I've used it on a lot of different things. So, other than the stencil investment, which you can reuse over and over and over this year, next year, the year after, the supplies for this are super affordable. You're gonna need either some paper bags or a roll of brown craft paper, or it could be paper lunch sacks. You're gonna need some clips, your choice of size. Dollar Tree does have these that are a little bit smaller. And so, you might wanna opt for that. You're gonna need whatever cord you wanna put it on, which could be absolutely anything. You're gonna need some polyfill, a hot glue gun, and then whatever else you might want to add to it. But I just think it's so different and I absolutely love it. And I hope that you do too. And I hope that you got some ideas now that you can take and make your own and make something that's gonna go with your style, your colors, all that kind of business. All right, let's see. 2 last things. Feel free to sprinkle if you enjoyed this video and you have friends that you think like to do some kind of different craft projects. And if you want to see what I have coming up for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, take 2 seconds up here to look to see if you have liked and followed DIY Dreaming and if you have your notifications turned on. Also, I do have a texting service, which I'll put I put an image on the page earlier. I can never remember the phone number, but I'll post it again. So if you want to sign up for that, when I go live on this page, not other places, but when I go live on this page, I always send out a notification. So that's all I have. Thank you so much for everyone who did the stars. Do a this or a this. or say something to me in the comments if you liked this. And I'm gonna hang this back up. And I don't know if you'll be able whoops, do I have it? No. I don't know if you'll really be able to see it good enough to do a screenshot, but okay, what's going on here? Turn around the right way. There we go. But I'll get pictures if you aren't able to do a screenshot. Oh, and also I did this book stack with that same stencil. It is an awesome, awesome, awesome stencil. And I just think there are so many different things that you could do with it. So this is probably about the best screenshot that I can provide for you right now, but I will get pictures of everything as soon as I'm all finished here. Oh, Brenda says, Heidi, you're so talented. You know what? That is so, so, so kind of you. Brenda, you are so talented. I love your projects. Linda says, I shared, I think. Well, it's the thought that counts, and I appreciate it. Yeah, Ginny says she's just getting on. She'll come back and catch the replay. Yeah, please do. And know that this concept that I did here can be reimagined however you want it to create something that you want for your house. It doesn't have to look just like this. Although this is pretty darn cute. Stars and sprinkles your way. Thank you, Gail. I appreciate that. Hey, Martha. Hi, Mary. Hey, Anita. Hi, Ellen. Hi, Joanne. Alrighty. Thanks so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your afternoon. Don't hesitate to let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to sprinkle. Let me know if you want links to any of this stuff that we used. The chalk paste, the stencils, the big one, or any of these smaller ones. Or if I finally persuaded you that you absolutely need a set of these pins, let me know that too, and I'll be glad to get that for you. All right. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you guys a little bit later tonight over in the Mystery Hostess party. If you're not part of that, no worries. I'll get pictures and I'll share that back here later. Okay.